Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We're about to begin the trial. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the last day, but I'm pretty sure it can stretch on another day based on, like, the game world's rules. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18, just like me? Yeah, why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time all by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. For the second time. I'm not going to point that out. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Good morning. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother's coming today to show her support. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls? Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time. I gotta hope she's around the whole game too. Phew, thank goodness. Nick. This way Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. Oh! I thought it was going to have something to do with information that Mia would have. That actually makes sense. Well, what do you mean? What's going on? Here we go. Now the court is in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. The changes now? Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. Ugh, it's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave that room at one point. What? Aha! No! Ooh! Oh, I got this. But Ms. Von Karma, then how do you explain these pictures? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia, she seems really torn by this. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fey, and I am a spirit medium in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking? I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then.
Spirit severing technique?
A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is...
Yes, that is.
You, be quiet. Now, witness, something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room.
What?
And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber.
Order, order, order! Miss Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time.
Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial.
Oh, I've gotcha! I've gotcha!
After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right, she is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Mine is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Alright. Don't know what I'm gonna get out of this. Just now you said those two. Who were the two people that you were— Oh, Phoenix. I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lotta's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful. I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I've already sent a repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Thanks.
What did you do after that, Miss Fey?
That's true. I'm gonna press it. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind.
Yes, that is a very good point.
At that time, I myself was a little confused, on top of which there was another.
Another what, madam?
Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. Oh, I want to hear the end of that sentence. Question further. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger. Oh, you snake! Is what I thought to myself.
Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fey.
Oh, you judge, you idiot. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you.
Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fey, please continue.
Oh, boy. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave to you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. He was covering for Maya. I want to question further. So you were covering for the defendant. Well, yes, it was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected.
Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she...
Hey!
Ugh.
This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later.
Yes, very well.
Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and, yeah. Whatever, hold it. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing, however, yes. You are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time the defendant was not physically Maya Fey.
Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand.
Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have, however... That doesn't seem right either. You fainted. I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor.
How long were you unconscious?
I'm not sure, about 10 minutes perhaps.
And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time.
Happy witness, elaborate on that point for us. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes.
Oh!
So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all?
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself.
It's true this witness has not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. Wait, I'm not done.
That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony, except that she lied. And we haven't really discussed that yet. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber.
Wait, what? I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Did I screw up somewhere? Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber?
Yes, that is exactly what we should be...
Be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone.
Who was it?
The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Meenie, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Eenie Meenie? I think you can see where this is headed.
Boy.
Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is, Eenie Meenie. I'm, researching, parapsychology stuff at the, university.
What is this parapsychology?
Let's see. It's I guess most people call it occult stuff.
Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means, Whip.
Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now then, Miss Meenie. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is that correct? Well, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine. For my sake. Oh, boy. When the channeling started, I was, sleeping in the side room. A little later, someone came into the room, really suddenly. It was oh my god, totally my sister. I, hadn't seen her in, so long. I was so happy in, a sad way. My sister, she, told me something, totally terrible.
Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying that the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant Maya Fey?
Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister?
Yes, Mimi Meanie. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic.
Oh, well, this is...
Witness. Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Do I totally, really have to? Of course.
Miss Meanie, please.
My sister, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. Oh. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Eenie? The thing that kind of gets me on this trial is that they're simultaneously arguing that it wasn't Maya in control of her body, but that she's also simultaneously responsible for what someone else does with it. I don't know. Alright, that's fine. Moving on.
She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said?
Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor?
I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge.
It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end.
What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for.
This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. And even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one even more entertaining than the last. Okay. I'm wondering if we're gonna have to bring Pearl back to testify that she didn't see anyone. That's when all this started and they're like, oh yeah, she totally left the room. I'm like, no, I know that's not true. Was that because of your sesame allergy, was it? That's right. I think there were sesame seeds in the lunch they served that day. I had this premonition that it was going to be totally going to be a seedy day. Yes, indeed.
I see.
I'm the one who missed the boat here.
Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping?
Do you know the time? Maybe a little before 11 a.m., something like that, I think. 11 a.m.? Yeah, my stomach is totally ready for, food. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant, what time was it when someone came into your room? Oh, so, that's what you should have... That's what you meant? You should have been more, clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay, it's really... That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness, about this person who entered the side room. Okay. Are you absolutely sure? I guess? You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? I don't know. I mean, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer.
Well, Mr. Wright?
The defense... Wait, what? That was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Meanie Meanie? This doesn't really matter, but... You were happy in a sad way. Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again? But like, maybe if I was like someone who didn't know about like the occult, but I like know all about the Korean channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like what she said. Should I drop this? No, question further. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No, like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. But, ow! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase objection? Could you try using that once in a while?
Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister isn't really that important.
I think it is very important. Because... I think it is important. I'm gonna go with it. I don't know 100% why just yet. I think it is because, like, her reaction. That's, like, a very odd reaction to have of just like, oh, okay, it's my sister. It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about.
Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Meanie, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. I wasn't like scared at all, and like her costume looked totally like, oh. So there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, nothing was like weird. Mia's talking to herself like she found something wrong. That's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Can I like go on? Okay, let's press that. Oh, I want to go back. Something terrible. What was the thing she's told you? Huh? Like, didn't I just like tell you about it? Did you like forget already? A foolish fool with a foolish sieve for a brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words. Well, excuse me, princess. Anyway, should I ask to hear the story again? Yes. I'm sorry, but can I hear the story one more time? Like, sure, no problem. I'll even, like, tell it all spooky-like for you. Is that our second excuse me, princess of Phoenix, right? I swear there was one last time. I don't hate when I get a chance to do that. So I took my revenge. Yeah, alright. This isn't the part I'm so focused on. Alright, can I get back? I wanna get back to her testimony. Like, how is that?
It was a little scary.
Like, I'm sorry. Maybe I, like, put too much spookiness into it. I know there has to be something here I can use, but where? She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up, but don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected. Yeah, okay. Channeling started, I was sleeping in the side room. Yep, nope. Came into the room really suddenly. Oh my god, totally my sister. Her costume looked totally normal. It didn't. That was very well spun. That was a very well spun lie, Miss Eni. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are you, wee Phoenix? Miss Meanie, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and? I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray. Miss Meanie, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat.
Order! Miss Meanie, what is the meaning of this? Miss Meanie?
I'm thinking, don't interrupt me. Eep. And what are you stammering about, Your Honor? That witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony.
If you please.
Ugh, the judge still looks a little shaken up, and a lot of help he's going to be.